Welcome, family and friends of the St. Francis High School Music Program. My name is Joey Oberhoffner, not to be confused with Mr. Oberhammer, our jazz clinician. I will be your master of ceremonies, your party host, your Ayatollah of rock and rolla, and your sultan of swing this evening. A bit about me, I'm a voice and choir teacher here in Calgary and a graduate of the Calgary Catholic School Board. Since it wasn't St. Francis, I won't say which high school, but they're located in the Southwest and the colors red and black are involved. But enough about me. We want to get the music started with this wonderful group of students here on stage. The jazz band, led by Mr. Brandon Oberhammer, is an audition group made up of students from grades 11 to 12, working towards jazz standards and a wide range of repertoire. So please help me welcome Mr. Oberhammer and the St. Francis Jazz Band to the stage.
Thank you. That was Such Sweet Thunder. That featured Felix on tenor saxophone, Jacob on trombone, Sarah on trumpet, Ethan on tenor sax, and John on drums. We're going to carry on with a Gordon Goodwin tune called Running with Scissors. Thank you. Once again, Ethan on tenor saxophone and Jacob on trombone. That's what running with scissors sounds like. I don't know if you've got much experience with that, but I try to refrain from it myself. We're going to slow things down a little bit with a really nice tune by Doug Beach called A Ballad for Basie. Thank you. That was Sonia on trumpet. I'm going to just hope that you all know this song, so we're just going to play it. If you don't, I don't know where you've been for the last 60 years.
Probably longer. What's that? Sorry, 90 years.
Once again, that was Ethan on tenor saxophone and Jacob on trombone. If you're new to jazz, just one thing I want to make sure that everybody understands is what these guys are doing when they're taking their solos is that they're instantaneously composing and performing that composition. So they're looking at some chord changes which they're somewhat versed in, and then trying to make up new music based on that same chord progression. So let's give it up for all the soloists tonight. We're going to finish our portion off with a tune from The Incredibles. Well, actually, it's pretty much the main theme. I hope everybody's seen that movie too. That's only been in the last 9 years. So, thank you so much, and thank you to all of these guys for showing up early twice a week and putting in so much time and effort. At least some of them on time. But thanks to you guys for bringing them there and making sure that they're awake. Thank you so much. That is Nick and Andrew on the saxophone today. Good luck for our percussionists, the followers of our moonshine. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed that.
Ladies and gentlemen, wasn't that a truly fantastic jazz band? Let's hear it one more time for them. And I've been told we have to give a special shout out to one of our parents, Mr. Sward, who drove back to the school to get the trumpet mutes so that they could actually perform. So thank you very much, sir. And while we're clapping for people, let's hear it for the stage crew who are working hard to ensure the students have a great performance this evening. Great. So the group you see on stage now is our jazz choir, led by Mrs. Battistessa. This group works towards contemporary and jazz standards, and entrance to jazz choir is by audition. Your program lists the members of the jazz choir. However, it turns out that Microsoft Publisher isn't quite as easy to use as the advertisements suggest. We want to make sure to add that young Mr. Matthew Janilo is also a member of the jazz choir. Matthew, give us a wave. Tonight, the jazz choir will present 3 selections for you. The first is Believer by Imagine Dragons, with a solo by student Kenzie Bai. The second is a jazz standard that has been performed by countless jazz icons, Fly Me to the Moon. And their third selection will be a Christmas tribute by the name of Yule Be Swingin', featuring 2 soloists, Sarah Filippetto and Grace Abbott. We hope that you enjoy the St. Francis Jazz Choir.
We're just going to give a few minutes to our musicians to get set, and I'm just going to introduce them and let them tune while I'm talking. So as you see on bass, we've got some tuning happening, and on bass we have Darren Young. Darren, give a wave while you're tuning and multitasking. And I'm going to embarrass him, so I taught Darren. I taught this fine young man. He is one of the top musicians in terms of bass and guitar in Western Canada. He's one of Canada's busiest musicians right now. Also heads up the Calgary Classical Guitar Society. So wonderful to have Darren here. Welcome, Darren. Also, I'd like to introduce on drums, Mia de Betis. Mia, can you give a wave back there? And we're so lucky to have Mia here with us. She's very accomplished. She plays with the Calgary Philharmonic, and sometimes she comes and helps us with a little bit of jazz part. So we hope you enjoy.
Ooh.
concert with a little Christmas music. So we'd like to try and get you all in the Christmas spirit now, and I'm going to give my jazz choir some time to get Christmas ready. Here we go. I wish it was this easy in real life. On behalf of the jazz choir, we really hope you'll have a great Christmas, and we certainly hope you'll be swinging.
You'll be swinging.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up once again for the jazz choir. Absolutely fantastic. Reminds me of a joke I heard when I went into jazz. How does a jazz musician end up with $1 million? It starts with 2 million. Now, the next group on stage is the concert choir led by Mrs. Battistessa. The St. Francis Concert Choir has traveled and participated in festivals ranging from a performance in New York's famous Lincoln Center to performing for the Dalai Lama here in Calgary at the Saddledome. Tonight, they will be performing 3 selections. The beautiful Latin piece Agnus Dei by Victor C. Johnson, followed by Wesley Watley's Together at Christmas. And to close their performance, they will perform an arrangement of Lorena McKennett's The Mummers Dance, arranged by Bruce Petherick. So now we'd like to invite to the stage one of our own former choir members, alumni Herbert Mielczarek, to bring us the choir's first selection. Herbert is a graduate of St. Francis and has completed his music degree, and he will be entering the the Faculty of Education, because the world really and truly needs more music teachers. Welcome to the fraternity, Herbert, and please welcome the St. Francis Concert Choir.
hire him for choir soon. Okay, so this next piece is Together at Christmas. Recognize the efforts of our piano accompanist, Bruce Patrick, who actually took this Lorena McKinnon's The Mummers Dance and arranged it especially for a choir. And basically, he did it for the CBC Classroom Music Challenge, and we submitted this entry. And actually, the winners are announced today, and I haven't had a minute to check, so I don't know who won. But they've announced the winners at some point today, and I want to thank Bruce, and Park could also help me thank him for this wonderful.
Well, that was beautiful, wasn't it? Good evening. My name is Derek Cook, and I'm pleased to serve as the president of the St. Francis Music Society this year. First of all, I would just like to acknowledge that we are gathered here this evening on the traditional territory of the Blackfoot people of Treaty 7 and the Métis Nation Region 3. While the choir members are changing their wardrobe for the next performance, I'd like to take a few minutes to speak with you and talk a little bit about the Music Society and also acknowledge those people who've helped to bring this beautiful performance together this evening. Tonight we gather to celebrate the sounds of the season, and nothing gets us quite in the Christmas spirit like music. And when so many things in our world seem to be tearing us apart these days, nothing brings us together quite like music. They say that music is the universal language. And at Christmas, it speaks to us of joy, of peace, and of Emmanuel, God with us. So thank you for everyone who's come to join together with us tonight and to listen to our wonderful bands and concert choirs. As a parent of one of those students, I can appreciate how much time and effort it takes for all of this to come together. And it is remarkable what our students have done over the past 3 months. They've only been together really for 3 months under the guidance of our instructors. They've come together, they've worked, they've learned to work and play as a team, and they've already accomplished some memorable things. The jazz band had a wonderful evening performing at the Ironwood back in October. Once again this year, our concert choir was pleased to perform at the Field of Crosses for Remembrance Day. And our bands and choirs also showcased their talents at our feeder schools to help us bring students to the program. I would like to say a special thank you to the staff at St. Francis High School. We are very fortunate to have a wonderful principal, Mr. Mark Berger, and Vice Principal Joan Lingelbach, who support this program so very much, and also our business manager, Dan Woima, and many others at St. Francis High School. We're deeply grateful for your commitment to the arts at St. Francis and for your support of our music program. And tonight we also have a dedicated group of volunteer teachers who are helping out backstage. I'd like to acknowledge and thank them for spending their evening with us. Our backstage crew includes Francisco Alvarado Campos, Roger Chen, Kim Curry, Gwen Farkas, Tony Filippetto, Verna Huckman, and Angela Reese. Let's give them a round of applause as well. And we've already acknowledged him, but I need to do it again, our accompanist, Bruce Petherick, who has been such a great addition to our band. Let me tell you a little bit about the St. Francis Music Society. Our mandate is quite simple, and that is to raise money and to provide support for Mrs. Battistessa and for the program. We, as parents of students in the program, you are automatically members of the Music Society. We meet monthly, and I invite you to come and join us. You're all welcome. Our next meeting is Wednesday, January the 10th at 7 o'clock, so I hope you'll come. I would like to introduce our committee to you. This year's Music Society is comprised of, first of all, our Vice President, Lonica Menson-Wood. If you're here, could you please stand? Jürgen Hartloper is our secretary. Jürgen. Our treasurer, Neil Hogue. Our volunteer coordinator, Anne Angbecker. Our intrepid webmaster is Anita Coles. Deborah Perrier looks after all of our uniforms. Deborah? There you are. And last but certainly not least, our wonderful fundraising coordinator, Darlene Singer. And where would our performers be without their striking uniforms? Our uniform coordinator has done a fantastic job in getting them out, getting our students outfitted, getting the uniforms dry cleaned and fitted, and has worked with a great team of volunteers who helped her do that. I know they've put in many hours to do that, so let's give a round of applause to Deb and to all of the volunteers who've helped out in getting the uniforms together. And of course, none of this happens without some money. We couldn't function without the generosity of people like yourselves who graciously donate to the Society. Some of the things that your donations go towards, including hiring clinicians to work with our students, purchasing and repairing music equipment, cleaning and altering uniforms, and assisting deserving students in financial need to help with the additional costs to enable them to participate in the program. Some ways you can help are to make a donation. We do accept donations, and we will accept them at any time, including intermission. If you shop at Cobb's Bread or Panda Flowers, the Crowfoot locations, you can mention the St. Francis Music Society, and 5% of your purchase will come to the school. You can bring your bottles to Vekova and similarly mention the St. Francis Music Society, and we'll take those, the proceeds from that. And you can also direct your donations to the Society through the United Way. Speaking of fundraising, we just finished a fantastic fundraiser selling Purdy's, so thank you to all of those who sold Purdy's chocolates. Thank you also to those of you who purchased them, and to those of you who are going to, or perhaps already have eaten them. We'd like to acknowledge all of the work that goes into that. Darlene, our fundraiser, has put in tremendous numbers of hours, as well as a lot of parents who helped to sort and get the orders ready. So thank you to Darlene and all of the people who volunteered to help out with that. And if you're enjoying the performance this evening, which I'm sure you are, I hope you'll consider supporting the program by buying some gift cards and raffle tickets at intermission. With Christmas fast approaching, what better way to cross a few items off your list and support a great cause at the same time? So during the intermission, we will be selling raffle tickets for 3 great gift baskets. The first one is a pair of box seats to a Flames game. I believe it's with the Calgary Avalanche, or with the Calgary Avalanche. The Calgary Flames. They start with C. The Colorado Avalanche. I understand they are in the 7th row. They're about a $500 value, so a great gift item for yourself or somebody if you should win. We also have a basket with a complimentary registration to the Ambrose University Summer Jazz Camp. This is a one-week camp. It's open to people of all ages who'd like to come and learn and play together with accomplished instructors. That's about a $375 value. And we also have a great gift basket from Long and McQuaid, which includes a ukulele and a ukulele case. So if you like ukuleles and all things music, you can bid on that one or buy a raffle ticket for that one. We're also selling mystery gift cards for $10 each. The gift cards have a minimum value of $9 and a maximum value of $75. You don't know which one you're going to get, but if you spend $10, you can buy a gift card for restaurants, gas, groceries, coffee, and recreation passes. Thanks to our generous sponsors of these gifts, Ambrose University, the Calgary Aquatic and Fitness Center, Calgary Co-op, Long and McQuaid, Milestones Bar and Grill, Paper Route Studios, Safeway, Shell Gas, Starbucks, and Toolpete Insurance. And lastly, I would like to acknowledge some of the instructors and people who supported our students, and also some guests that we have tonight. So if we could have them come on stage, we'd like to present them with a token of our appreciation. So first of all, Brandon Oberhammer. Thank you, Brandon. Our wonderful accompanist, Bruce Petherick. Our guest vocalist, who we will hear from later this evening, all the way from Montreal, Deanne Matley.
Not here yet.
Not here yet. We have flowers for when she arrives. And last, but certainly not least, to our wonderful music director, Bridget Abadie. And I forgot our wonderful MC as well, if he is backstage or around. And he's not. Oh. I will leave it on the podium for him. Oh, here he comes. Yes. And most importantly, I'd like to extend our deepest appreciation to all of the parents who are here tonight. Thank you for your tireless support that allows your children to participate. Your continued encouragement and overall dedication is what makes our program successful. Thank you for your time this evening. As a treat, during intermission, Mr. Oberhammer is going to play some Christmas music in the lobby, and we will be selling his Christmas CD for anyone who would like a personal copy. I wish each of you a blessed Christmas and peace in the new year, and enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cook. As you folks probably know, it takes a lot of parental support to elevate a music program to the levels you're seeing this evening. So just fantastic work to Mr. Cook and your entire society. It's just absolutely terrific. Before we get going with the show choir, we do have an announcement. There's a parking issue. If you have a sleigh drawn by 9 tiny reindeer, license plate HOH-OHO, you're double parked, you need to move. All right. The show choir works towards contemporary choral repertoire with the added element of choreography. For the past 4 years, they've been happy to have one of their own former choir members, alumnus Shannon Miela, assist with show choir by teaching choreography to our students, which can be an incredible challenge when they enter the choir with the kind of dance skills and grace that I, for example, possess. Let's take a moment to recognize Shannon's contributions. Shannon, are you here? There's something for you, but you need to come and get it. Oh, here she comes. Let's give her a slow round of applause as she makes her way up. All right. And now that we've all been witness to who she is, no pressure, we hope that you enjoy her handiwork along with the show choir as they perform This Is Me from The Greatest Showman. Ladies and gentlemen, the St. Francis Show Choir.
Broken
Ladies and gentlemen, the St. Francis Show Choir. Take another bow, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so now we're going to take a brief intermission. Please feel free to participate in the gift card fundraiser. Give early and give often. It is the Christmas season after all. And we will see everybody back in your seats in, let's plan on 20 minutes. I'll say 20. I know it'll be 25, and I'll try not to hold it against you. We'll see very shortly. Welcome back. The St. Francis High School Concert Band is comprised of 85 students ranging from grades 10 through 12. Students in this group work together towards a wide variety of music ranging from standard concert band repertoire to contemporary favorites. The St. Francis Concert Band has also traveled extensively, having participated in numerous performances and festivals. This year, the band is preparing to go to Vancouver and Whistler for the Cantando Music Festival, along with the jazz band and the choir. The band will first play a staple of concert band repertoire around the English-speaking world, the English Folk Song Suite. This suite, composed in 1922, is an important part of the concert band repertoire. Focused on 3 folk songs from Sussex, England, the suite has been performed countless times in the concert band tradition, and composer Ralph Vaughan Williams is well known for this particular suite, as it helped launch him into the public eye as a serious composer. We hope you enjoy this 3-movement selection.
that we compete with at the Alberta International Band Festival. There's kind of a list of songs that we have to compete with, and that's one of the songs. It's really quite difficult. 3 movements, it demands a lot of focus from these guys, and I think they did a terrific job. Great job, guys.
All right. Thank you, Mrs. B. So that is the serious band repertoire, so hopefully nobody's smiling. I can see you out there. No smiling allowed. Really speaks to my German heart. All right. The music of television is woven into our culture. Sing a few bars of the Gilligan's Island theme song. There's Gilligan, the skipper too, the millionaire. There we go. Or the Muppets' famous Mana Mana. There we go. And everybody in the room will know exactly where it's from. This next piece is just as highly recognizable. Linus and Lucy came to our TVs in the 1960s when Mrs. Battistessa and I were in junior high in what has become an annual Christmas special. I'm sure even today, some 50 years later, if one turns on the TV on any given night in December, you might hear and see the music of A Charlie Brown Christmas. This is a Charlie Brown celebration.
And just a call out to our drummers. Simon, can you give a wave back there? Great job.
All right. Movies and the music go hand in hand, and the band has been rehearsing and preparing music from the popular movie Fantastic Beasts. Music plays an integral role in the movie, as in many movies. So often a short melody becomes the iconic sound bite of a movie, like dun dun. Yeah, you know where I'm going with that. The bands and choir got to see this movie together, as it's been a major project this term. So whether you're a Slytherin, a Gryffindor, a Ravenclaw, or, like myself and Newt Scamander, a Hufflepuff, we hope you enjoy the music from Fantastic Beasts. Oh, it'd bring a tear to a no-madge's eye, I tell you. And now, for something completely different, the band would like to play for you Uptown Funk, which features our trumpet section and also one of our guitar players, John Glanville. So let's give a moment to the guitar player to make his way on stage and sound check with the band, and then please enjoy Mark Ronson's Uptown Funk featuring Bruno Mars.
Also, just wanted to mention that our guitar player is so versatile. We've been switching between guitar and bass guitar, and for our junior high concerts, we did some bass guitar, then we did some guitar for one concert. Tonight, we're going to do some funk bass guitar. So John Glanville on funk guitar. I hope you enjoy the concert.
All right, now we're ready for a funky little Christmas. For the final few selections of the night, we have a treat for you. A special guest vocalist and a friend of the St. Francis music program is going to join forces with our band to present the next few tunes. Now, Canadian singer Deanne Matley's voice and passion for jazz have taken her from Alberta birthplace to New York, France, Mongolia, and back. She sings standards, her own songs, and an impressive variety of covers with combos large and small. Her 5 albums, with cuts ranging from jazz standards to pop covers and original songs to Christmas favorites, have earned her spots in top jazz playlists in Canada, the United States, and Europe, and in the hearts of listeners around the world. Her latest and most ambitious album, Because I Loved, came out in May of this year. Currently residing in Montreal, she frequently makes the trek back to her hometown of Calgary to perform. She's currently preparing for a Christmas show in Calgary on December 16th at the new Doherty Hall in Inglewood, and she will also perform at Kensington's Espresso Cafe on New Year's. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I'd like to welcome to the stage our special guest artist, all the way from Montreal, and I'm introducing her again. The first time was 20 years ago when I guess she was, 6? Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Deanne Matley.
Yes, when I was 6. Are we ready for a little Fireside Christmas? Christmas is a time to be with loved ones, at home where new memories are formed. I'll be home for Christmas. We are dreaming of magical things, sitting by the fireplace, sipping hot cocoa, watching the snow fall. I invite you all to close your eyes for a moment and envision chestnuts roasting on an open fire, and Jack Frost is nipping at the nose, and Yuletide carols are being sung by St. Francis Choir, and folks are dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make that season bright. In tiny tots, remember then, with their eyes on the glow, will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is promised to see if reindeer really and so all the simple praise to all of you kids from 1 to 22. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas, everybody. Here's wishing you all a very happy holidays and remember that Christmas is magical. All you have to do is close your eyes and you will see.
Ladies and gentlemen, the St. Francis Band and Deanne Matley. All right, nobody panic. We're not done yet. You know, during that last one, I was doing the math, and the last time I shared a stage with Deanne, I was actually keeping track of my appointments on a Palm Pilot. So that should tell you how long it's been. Now, our next number for you is going to be the iconic Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah. And Deanne will be performing that with the band with alternate lyrics by Jake Hamilton as follows. I heard there was a secret chord that David played, and it pleased the Lord. All I want is to play that music for you. It goes like this, the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, and all I sing is a broken hallelujah. I know that there is a God above. That is all I've ever known of love. To see his son there broken, beaten for me. So while we're here, let's sing this song. I want you all to sing along. Let's raise a cry. Let's raise a hallelujah. In the still and quiet place, I still can feel his warm embrace. Although I know the storms, they rage around me. To live your dream is quite the cost. Just don't look back and don't get lost. My offering is a broken hallelujah. Ladies and gentlemen, the band of St. Francis High School and Deanne Matley.
goes like this, the chord, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, and all I see is a broken I know that there's a God above, and all I ever knew of love, to see His thunder broken, beating for me. So while we're here, let's sing this song. I want you all to sing along. Let's raise a cry, let's raise a hallelujah. In this still and quiet place, I still can feel His warm embrace. Although I know the storms they rage around me, to live your dreams quiet and lost. Just don't look back and don't get lost. My offering is a broken hallelujah.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that almost concludes our evening. I want to thank you, first and foremost, for having me as your master of ceremonies tonight. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. You people up here in the north really know how to put on a good show. So thank you so much for that. I'm glad I remembered my passport so I could get up here from New Brighton. Before we move on to the last selection, we do have a draw to make. So if we can get Derek and Darlene from the St. Francis Music Society to come on up and do that draw, somebody is going to win. I think Derek said it's a flight to Jamaica, but I'll let him clarify.
Thank you, everyone, for your generosity. We were doing a brisk business with tickets in the intermission. So somebody is going to walk away with some Flames tickets, with a registration to the Ambrose Jazz Camp, and with a gift basket from Long and McQuaid. So I think we'll save the Flames tickets for last. They seem to have been the hot item tonight. But let us start with the draw for the Long and McQuaid. I'm just going to read it here. The Music Maestro basket with a ukulele and music-themed items and some Starbucks coffee to keep you rocking. So, without further ado, let's have a draw. A hand for the drummer, please. We have ticket number 423-321. 423-321. If you're here, come on up. It is a long walk. The Walk of Fame. Congratulations. Okay, next up we have the band camper basket, ideal for that teenage musician in training or older people in training too. Registration for a week at the Ambrose Jazz Camp. So get wrapped up in learning music. So make sure we have the right one. We have ticket number 423481. 423481. I hope you're here. Do we? Yes. Congratulations. And of course, the gift basket that has been on everybody's mind, the local hockey fan basket, 2 Flames tickets, fantastic seats, row 7 at glass level to enjoy a night at the Saddle Dome and some Flames paraphernalia with the Flames taking on the Colorado Avalanche. So, we will draw. We have ticket number 423350. Four, 423-350. We have a winner. Congratulations. And we want to thank Tool Pete Insurance for the generous donation of those tickets. So, thank you, everyone, and have a good evening. And thank you, Darlene and Neil.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mark Berger, and on behalf of administration, I wanted to come forward and just give some acknowledgement and some praise for just a wonderful show we've had tonight. I was going to wait to the very end, and then I figured, well, you'd have to listen to some that cheesy administration remark at the end, and then you would be leaving with that in mind. I thought it'd be better if I come up now, and at least you'll leave with the beautiful music for our kids. So I just want to acknowledge our Master of Ceremonies. You're amazing. I mean, wow. I mean, I loved all of it, except when he was scowling at us. We weren't allowed to smile, because that was a Mr. Meister Burgermeister type move, and that's something I would pull. But in all seriousness, just listening to the kids, the jazz band, our show choir, concert choir, jazz choir, and our concert band, unbelievable. Just, you know, you can hear every note, and I can't imagine the hours our students have put in just to get it perfect, because that's what I felt we were tonight. We were just perfect. You guys totally rock. I'd also like to acknowledge in our crowd today, we have a longtime St. Francis supporter who began supporting and loving our school for so many years. It's Pamela Rath. If you could please stand. Pamela Raff is our trustee, and she was also the school council chair at St. Francis, and I gotta say, her ongoing dedication and support to our school is unending. So thank you so much, Pamela. I'd also like to acknowledge Mr. Cook, just working with him. He's such an orator. When he comes up here, he's got that silky voice, and I tell you, I mean, I'm going to dig deep in my pockets and give something to the Music Society. So thank you so much, Mr. Cook. And most importantly, we're so happy to have Bridget come back. We've missed her after a long hiatus. She's truly a superwoman, managing all these different bands and choirs. It's just amazing. She is one person, and I got to acknowledge that, yes, most high schools have 2 teachers that manage a program of this size. And the complexities around this, the travel, you're going on an amazing trip. It's just going to be incredible. So, guys, please give it up for Miss Bridget Abatistessa. And on behalf of St. Francis School community, have a wonderful Merry Christmas and New Year. Good night, everyone.
It is really my pleasure to work with these wonderful young people. I have to say this, I say it every concert, but I'm going to say it again. These are the best students in our school. Look at our future. It's bright. It's such an honor to work with them, and I have so enjoyed just working with them over the semester. And we'd like to end and invite the audience to please join us now. And Joey, take it away.
Absolutely. Well, folks, it is now your turn to perform. That means we've come to the end of the evening, which means you won't have to hear any more jokes like this. What is the best Christmas present? A broken drum, because you just can't beat it. So, you may have noticed we've got the choir down here in the aisles, we've got the band on the stage, we've got Deanne, we've got Mrs. B, we've got everybody here. So, Deanne and the choir are about to lead you all, meaning you have to participate, in Hark the Herald Angels Sing. Now, Mrs. B told me that she's got cameras positioned around the Rosé Center here, and she is recording you, and she is going to watch you all, and she's going to give you a mark and put it on D2L later. So, you should be aware of that going into this. You will find the lyrics in your concert program. Please join the band, Deanne, the choir, and everybody else in the room as we sing Hark the Herald Angels Sing to send you off for this evening's concert. Thank you very much.
Before we actually do that, I'd like to, before we lose everybody, I'd like to really thank my friend and wonderful up-and-coming jazz singer, Deanne Matley. She's so humble. She's got so many... Oh my goodness! I can't say enough about her. We've had her in working with our jazz choir and her choir, and we love having her as a guest artist. And just to give her a little plug, because again, she is so humble and an up-and-coming artist, and I'd watch out for her because she's going to be Juno Award winning soon. Her Christmas show is going to air on, help me out,
CBC Radio Canada.
on Christmas Eve.
Yes,
Do you have the time?
I think it's at 7.
So when you're enjoying your Christmas Eve, turn on CBC Radio and enjoy a couple of hours with Deanne Matley singing. Thank you, Deanne, for joining us this evening. Thank you, everybody. Please sing along.
Ladies and gentlemen, Deanne Matley, Brigida Battistessa, and the St. Francis Music Program. Thank you very much, everybody. God bless. Have a very Merry Christmas. And if you enjoy your freedom, be sure to thank a veteran this holiday season. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.